Hi YouTube, today we talk about the new Greyhaven album, Empty Black. Greyhaven is in league with this new wave of hardcore music. This new wave of heavy music that is soon to be known as a pivotal moment in the genre. It's slowly been happening over the years, but it's now starting to really define itself with the rise of metallic hardcore and moodiness. Greyhaven kind of meets in the center where you have Code Orange over here with this new metal hard rock influence, and then you got Converge on the other side, and it's just kind of smashing in the middle where you get beautiful choruses of the likes of Deftones or Norma Jean. For me, this band kind of just popped up out of nowhere. They kind of sprouted up like a weed. I guess they've been in the music scene, they've been in the background of things, but now that I've finally heard their new album, Empty Black, I actually got to listen to their first record. And let me tell you, that old record, well, the band has kind of come from turning from a caterpillar to a butterfly, per se. But it's a violent rebirth, kind of like a snake in your garden. Yeah, there is some biblical heaviness on this record. I don't necessarily mean religious, I'm talking about Revelations level destruction. Greyhaven is like if you took, I don't know, Norma Jean, Let Live, Every Time I Die, Deftones, The Chariot, and maybe even some Protest the Hero in some of the guitar work, and you took all those musicians and shoved them in a giant industrial blender, and you blended them all up. And that bloody goop that comes out, the magical musician juice, yeah, that's what this band right here, Greyhaven, is made of. They were born in it. They were created by it. A manic amalgamation. This band is beyond creative. Every viewpoint from this band comes from outside the box and back in, creating the most catchy chaos you have ever heard. Starting front and center is this vocalist. This vocalist sounds like a werewolf caught in mid-transformation. His harsh vocals violently rupture, and his clean singing comes out electrified and passion-filled. And what I love about his clean vocals is they can go from an indie rock softness to this hard rock grit. In fact, his more robust and hard rock-like vocals really remind me of Corey from Norma Jean. And then when his voice gets a little softer, sometimes it can remind me of the Deer Hunter singer. It's a very interesting duality. And then you put screams on top of that? What is that? That's a triple-ality? The guitarist of this band is also a monster as well. Every single riff comes out deformed but beautiful at the same time. The drumming is also superb. That this guy can keep up with these almost impossible riffs and still keep it groovy is just so freaking awesome. I can't be headbanging without a good drummer, man. The first song on this record comes out like being killed by the warning shot. The tension is instantly kicked to a confusing concussive panic. Now, I kind of really want to describe these songs to you, but it's really hard because in these songs, so much stuff happens. All I can really say is that every single riff feels like a brand new idea, but somehow it all mixes together with one cohesive flow. Mixing Artcore, metallic hardcore, post-hardcore, hard rock, noise rock, and there's even some post-punk sounding riffs. This album is honestly just like an eclectic masterpiece. This band is going to be shooting to rock star status if their live shows have as much energy as this album does. The second song, Blemish, is insane. There's so many super sweet riffs that go from botched to Protest the Hero sounding. The vocals are also all over in a good way, with a bunch of super alt-rock choruses into these yelpy, squealy passages where there's some lows in this song too, which is great. The third song is Echo and Dust Part 1, and this song just it starts out somber but very quickly opens up into this huge sounding pre-verse. I want to call it a pre-verse, but the song maps of these songs are impossible to convey to you. But yeah, there's some super insane verses on this song with some very, very technical guitar work. Also, this song honestly has probably one of the most prevalent choruses on the record. I mean, after I listened to this record the first time, this chorus was just stuck in my head all day. Also, the end of this song is just freaking insane. You'll just have to hear it. It's probably one of my favorite moments on the whole record. But honestly, it's one of the most messed up sounding heavy riffs I've ever heard. It's just heavy, man. Next, Mortality Rate is a super fast hardcore punk song. There's even some rappy-ish vocals in here that kind of remind me of Stray from the Path or Let Live or something. 10 Dogs Red Heaven is just this song is so freaking awesome. It's so intense and like overly catchy. I honestly think this is one of the best songs on the record. The way this song flows and the song structure of the song is so interesting. It always bolsters up towards all the intense moments, and it just works out perfectly. This song also has a sweet solo in it from a band I wasn't expecting solos from. It's very rock and roll, but it's also kind of like technical metal at the same time. Whitelighters is the soft song of the record, and I think that most people are really going to enjoy this song for the reprieve that it gives you after the onslaught of all these songs. For me though, this song didn't necessarily nurture the record as much as I had hoped it would. For me, it feels a little formulaic, like it's like, oh, the album has to have a soft song like this on it. I don't know. That's what it felt like to me. The next 3-song block has a lot of variety. It goes from some MySpace sounding grind stuff into like more of that Norma Jean Deftones catchy stuff. Epic heavy songs like that. The final song is part 2 of Echo and Dust. And once again, this song starts out somber, but this time around it has a little bit more tension to it. This song is really pissed off, but in between the pissed off moments, you can hear the band, the vocalist, kind of like breathing into a bag, kind of like a phoenix, inhaling back up the flames to be reborn again. Overall, this album is quite amazing, and I am quite impressed. And who cares about impressing me? I'm talking about this album is impressing a lot of people as well. Like, this band went from being overlooked to absolutely essential to the hardcore scene. I cannot stress enough, you should try this record out. If you're an aggressive music listener, this is definitely essential for 2018. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this record a lot more than I am. I honestly think this record is much better than I think it is. I'm not sure that I'm really feeling the magnitude of this record yet, but I will be keeping my eyes out like a hawk on this band to see what they do next. Bear, quit it. I'm trying to make a review. So, if I'm being hard on this record, I would say the first 5 songs I thought were the strongest songs, and I do think the last 5 songs were a little bit weaker than the first 5 songs. But you can go decide how you feel. As for me, I highly recommend this record. This band is making waves. Huge waves, so you better board up your house before the hurricane comes. Thank you all for watching my review. I do plenty of reviews like this, lots of underground stuff and then some bigger band stuff. But yeah, please hit the subscribe button. Any support that you can give me by spreading this freaking review around would make my day, obviously, make my whole freaking month. But yeah, thanks. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Say goodbye, Bear. Say bye. Say goodbye to the good people on YouTube. Don't be shy. Bye-bye. See you guys.